Peace and power, family. Peace and power. We're back. He said, and we back for another one. Oh, y'all can actually let me turn this just a little bit. See, there we go. See, I only see my background. He said, at the Palo Santo. Of course, let's cleanse the space real quick. Cleanse the space. I got all the elements over here. Got the kanda, of course, water, conduit, element of air with the incense as well. And then my crystals I have on me, literally one on my head, on my solar plexus chakra, my root chakra. It's going, y'all. We going. Okay, family. See, I told y'all I'm being more consistent this year. You feel me? I told y'all. Especially since, a day and time I was labeled as an inconsistent female. You feel me? But that's all right. Just a little bit. I'll say y'all don't need to see. Just a little bit, but yes. Again, peace and power. Peace and power, family. So this live again was very impromptu, very much an impromptu live. And what really has been on my mind is how dead we are inside. But that's not the title. The title is, where did our fire go? For real. In a manner of speaking, like, where did our fire go, y'all? For real. Now, let me just move this over here just for a second so you can get on in. But for real, like, where did our fire go? And where is this coming from? This is coming from quite a few different things. Number one, if you've ever heard of that poem by Sonia Sanchez, Catch the Fire, is amazing. And then the rendition that I fell in love with was from Lovecraft. For those who know, that series was golden. Of course, they had to take it out. Had to cut that skedaddle. But literally the rendition that they showed on their soundtrack of it was amazing. I forgot who the instrumental artist was that they put the poem to, but it is beautiful. It is absolutely beautiful. If I remember, I'll actually play it. I'll definitely play it for y'all, for real. But yeah, like, for real, where is our fire, family? If you have been living under a rock, then I guess I understand why you don't know what's going on in the world right now. And that's okay, because the goal is to be in this world and not of it. We are, or to my belief, I believe we're spiritual beings having a physical experience. And I forgot, I don't even have my stuff on me, whatever. But yes, we're spiritual beings having a physical experience. So of course the goal is to, have to remain neutral in a sense, I guess, when it comes to individuals trying to usurp your energy. But I'll say this. I know what happened to us. I'm not going to ask those dumbass questions. What happened to us? Why are we like this? I know why we're like this. I know what happened to us. You should know why we're like this, why this has happened to us. But I'll just say this, being, I'm going to try and keep my, like I said, I'm trying to keep my brain where it needs to be, y'all. And I'm a right brain thinker, y'all. Right brain thinker. For those who know, they know. But I will say this, that we obviously have gone through some shit in our lives. Our ancestors have gone through it. Our ancestors' ancestors have gone through it. And you fast forward, and here we are today, in today's day and age. And one thing I do like to note and constantly keep reiterating is that we are not our ancestors' generation. What do I mean by that? I mean that if we're not our ancestors' generation, yes, we might, or we have, not even we might, we have inherited their trauma. We have inherited, the karma. We have inherited the curses. However, we are the generation that's meant to break that shit. I'm gonna just let that sink in. I wish I had a little music board where I could just press like the applause and the, today, and all them extra sound effects and stuff, so you can really get it and I can really, hash it into you. But we literally are. We are the generation to break that cycle. And I'll just say this: out of chaos comes order. Out of the darkness comes the light. Woo! Jesus! We on fire today. And my goodness, we only not even 6 minutes in, y'all. For real, for real. I might have to, cut that, snip that, make that into a Instagram thumbnail or something. But for real, we are not our ancestors' generation. And I'm going to say this because if you have not been already seeing from your social media feed, I don't know what pops up on your social media feed, but I am, baby, you know. So for my feed, I get all the above. Anything dealing with, Black power is going to pop up on my feed. And so what we are right now witnessing is this insurgence of what ICE and individuals. I even feel like the whole, even just their word, I haven't taken the time to sit down and break down even what they're supposed to be. It's like they're the new day and age slave catchers on the land, for real. Operating under white fragility, for real. And or white inferiority, I'll say, operating under that gauze. But what has been spiking a lot of interest right now is this individual who, I'll keep names unnamed, but I believe he has, become viral or has gone viral with implementing this new Black Panther Party. I forgot what rendition it is and what the rest of the terms is, but he's pretty much trying to, have a new insurgence of the new Black Panther Party. And I will definitely say again, I'm not to say I agree with the man. Again, with areas of that, I remain neutral. Like I said, life is life. You just let people live their life. But we all have an opinion, right? Just like a butthole. We all have one. So for real, I will say that he is definitely causing or some, just making individuals talk amongst the community, amongst the collective. And I will say is I'm seeing a little bit of a split. And where am I seeing this split? I'm seeing this split with individuals from, the original Black Panther parties or affiliates or family members or individuals coming out, or even just activists nowadays who are coming out and talking about how they're very skeptical of such individuals and very skeptical of what pretty much they're preaching, what they're practicing. And again, I'll say this because I'm not yay or nay for any of it. I am here for the smoke, though. I will say that. But I will say this, because again, that's just not even mine to speak on. Individuals, go ahead, do your cease and desist orders, do whatever you need to do. But what I will say is it is so interesting. It's very interesting how the moment an individual steps up, and again, I don't know what the backing behind this was. I'm not too sure if it is rooted in something good, benevolent, or if it is rooted in the opposite. And even still saying that, again, everything is, the universal law of, Lord Jesus. Hold on now. We gonna get it, family. The universal law of, oh my goodness. Jeez, y'all. I will, I'm gonna come back and say it, but pretty much of having opposites. I don't know if it is the law of opposites, but I'm sure there's definitely a better term for it. I know there is. But again, light, dark, up, down, hot, cold, north, south, east, west. Like it's the law of opposites. So no matter what someone is going to come out and say or do, you are always going to have individuals with their opinions, whether they like it, whether they dislike it. People going to dislike you for God knows what. Literally, they will dislike you for whatever because they don't like themselves, y'all. Okay, and I know I'm jumping here. I'm not trying to YouTube y'all. That's what King calls it. When I go left field, right field, all over the globe, I YouTube myself all the time. But I'll just say this: I'm trying to be neutral to the part because I am early 30s. Said I'm a 90s baby. Said I was born 92, so kind of grew up. I would say if anything in the 2000 eras because I was literally still single digits from 92 all the way up until 2001, 2000, yeah, 2000, yeah. So literally, my thing is this, like, because, and I'm jumping here, but individuals that I guess were affiliated or are affiliated, with the original Panther parties are not so happy from, what I'm summarizing here. And again, these are just my views. These are just my opinions. This is not law. This is not, I don't have no degrees. I am no doctor. I'm literally just speaking, just the individual speaking on my channel. Okay. But I'll say this, like, certain individuals that I'm seeing, I guess are disliking this individual's tactics because they feel like it's he's pushing for something or whatever, there's something behind the scenes there. And hey, mind you, y'all do your thing. Like, that's literally what social media does. People will go and literally try to get your entire life story from your damn birth records to the hospital you was born in to your blood type. I mean, just literally because they just have time and nothing else to do with their lives. But and for the ones that are doing that and who do the research and are very analytical and observant, power to you. What power to people, for real. But I'll say this, like, we are always so used to tearing each other down instead of looking at the bigger picture of something. And what do I mean by that? The bigger picture. The bigger picture for me is that right now, this individual, and not to say it's not just him, because it's a lot of other individuals that just haven't gotten the time, the haven't gone viral, we'll say, like this individual has, but they are literally trying to do something. They're doing something now. And I recently saw a video of an individual, I don't remember his name or his tag, but power to you, baby. Like, just pretty much stating how, in our eyes of the youth, because I still call myself the youth, 30 or not, we haven't seen much in this, day and age. I'll just say for the last like 10 years. I'm 33 years young. So literally, I would say that I have not seen much happening on the forefront of our people. And so that's why I titled this, where is your fire, pretty much, or where did our fire go? That's what the title of this live is, because literally it has been fizzed out. Like, they threw water on that bitch a long time ago with obviously dismantling, those organizations. But I will just say this, because obviously it was all co-opted. It was all covert. It was all coming from other individuals, hire the alphabet boys, I call them, the alphabet people. If you don't know who the alphabet people are, do some more research. But we know that was obviously an inside job. We know that they were taken down for a reason because of how powerful they are. But my thing is this: what have we done since then? What have we done as a people since the original Black Panther Party? With Fred Hammond and Huey P. Newton, and I mean, the list goes on and on and on. But what have we done? But so my thing is this: with the individuals that are coming out now, yes, I feel like, there might be a little bit of a ploy for something that, and I guess some others will say that we're trying to stand up for individuals that wouldn't stand up for us, and, putting our lives on the line for individuals that wouldn't stand up for us. But at the end of the day, are we not the chosen people? Are we not the chosen people? Have we not been subjected to the most heinous and discriminative and just diabolical measures and just prejudices and in our life, and still we love our neighbor, still we love our oppressor, still we love our enemy. And here's individuals coming out trying to actually, as the youth, because power to the youth these days, that's what I say, we are not our ancestors' generation. They still have the fire, y'all. That's where I'm getting at. Like, let's get to it. They still have the fire, where we've lost ours because we've gotten so motherfucking comfortable with going along to get along. We've gotten so motherfucking comfortable. Yeah, this live is going to curse. That's why it's not for kids. Okay? So hide your kids, hide your grandparents. All right? For real. We've gotten so comfortable with being comfortable, working for other individuals, paying to live on the earth that we were given as you want to say, as the chosen people. We were here to tend to the earth. We were earth's caretakers. And yet we sit here and we are paying rent and bills and all of these individuals that usurp our energy. And we are just, And then the moment we see the youth coming, trying to stand up, trying to do something, out of passion, of course we want to knock it down. It's like, it's just in our DNA now. Of course, crabs in a motherfucking barrel. So I will say this, as far as going back to it, where did our fire go? Where? With what is going on in the world right now, if we're not using whatever resource we have to try and literally, whether it be voice our opinion on social media or have channels, whether it be creating groups that are going out there actively and trying to, not monitor, but, assist and support the community. I'll just, use those terms, using their God-given rights, and we have something to say about it. Because why? Does it make you look some type of way? Does it make you feel some type of way? Because let's say you're over 40, you're over 50, you're over 60, and you've kind of just, not to say that y'all didn't do it, because obviously y'all laid the groundwork. So that's not what I'm saying. Kudos to you for laying the groundwork, but the shit wasn't finished. And someone said it best, the baton was not passed on to the youth. So we've had to literally scrounge up the pieces and literally from our bootstraps and make this shit happen. And yet we get so much pushback from who look like us. Ain't it crazy? Ain't that just insane? Even though the definition of insanity is pretty much doing the same thing over and over, thinking you're going to get a different result. But yeah, we're walking around straight lunatics right now. We know, or at least individuals older than me should know, obviously, what still needs to be done because it wasn't finished. I forgot what document that was in either the CIA or FBI talking about they had to prevent the rise of, the next Black Messiah. They have to prevent it because who are we? The most copied, the most sought after, the most imitated, the most hated, the most talked about. Literally, we are them. Okay? We are them. We are who we say we are and some, because we don't even know who the fuck we are. We've been so gosh darn brainwashed in this damn matrix fucking society to make us think that we are the bottom of the barrel when baby, we are the top of the motherfucking food chain. And it's just so sickening because it's like, when will we get it? When will we go along to get along with our goddamn selves? For real, for real. We have lost our passion. That's one thing I noticed too. Like a lot of people who go viral, not a lot, but individuals at least that, are popping up on my feed that are going viral because they're passionate. They haven't lost that side of them yet. They're willing to curse you the fuck out. They're willing to stand up and say something. And obviously, if that is kind of the capacity that we have right now, because I am not no believer of no freaking walking in the streets protesting, baby, that does not change shite. Shite. It don't change shite. For real, for real. How do you spell that? SHYT. It doesn't. It doesn't change it. And literally, in order to change something, you have to go through the darkness to get to the light, baby. That's why I said that. Out of the chaos comes order. Our oppressors have proven to us that they are with the chaos, baby. They're with the shits. They're with it. Yeah. We're the ones who are just trying to be such moral people, moral individuals. After blatantly seeing what the fuck has happened to us, what is going on, and what we allow to happen now to this day. It's now really what we're allowing to happen to us because we're comfortable. And let me tell you something, baby, and I've said this numerous times before. You are never going to get anywhere worthwhile being in your comfort zone. So I don't give a flying fuck about your degrees if you ain't doing shit with it for the people. And I don't mean trying to get money from the people and try to fucking exploit the people. I mean actually trying to help and assist the people. I do not give a fuck about your letters in front of or after your fucking name. Especially when it's still the name of your colonizer, your slave master. So I will say to the individuals rising up now to this new Black Panther Party, I'll just say this. Number one, anything that's done in the dark will always come to the light because that is just the damn age that we're in, the age of Aquarius. Full disclosure, baby. Saying all, but going back to it, yes, literally, full disclosure. As if you doing something righteous and worthwhile, you will be blessed. You will be blessed. It might not happen in this cycle because we lost. Majority of us are sheeple. What did it say? 85? What is it? The 85% are fucking sheeple. Sheeple. I say it's probably more than that. Probably like 90% are sheeple. We go along to get along. We follow the herd. We don't think for ourselves. We are not critical thinkers. We just react. We react in our emotions. And if there's one damn thing that has really been against us, is the fact that we cannot and have proven to not be able to control our fucking emotions, y'all. This is coming from a Cancerian woman. I am a water sign. What they say is the most emotional of us all, literally. But I can see it, plain as day, myself included. I am not excluded. I'm not. It affects me too. But I just wanted to put that out there because it is really fucking sickening to see how many of individuals that look like me just sit here and just want to tear down anything that that we see the youth trying to do when we didn't help them. We did not, and y'all did not. My ancestors, they ain't passed the baton to our generation. And we sure as hell haven't passed it to the youth and those younger than us up and coming. So what? So shut the fuck up, pretty much. What is the goal? If you don't have something nice to say, don't say shit at all, especially if it's towards your people. Shut the fuck up. And that's how I'm going to end this broadcast. So I appreciate y'all. I'm here for a good time, not a long time. Go ahead and follow my YouTube channel, y'all. XX Alchemy. I'm here, I'm there, I'm everywhere, but it's all right. We're going to figure this shit out. We're going to figure this shit out because that's just what we're here to do. If you are here right now in this plane of existence, this time, then you're meant to be. If you at least have a spirit and a soul, if you are a spiritual being having a physical experience, baby, you are meant to be here at this point in time right now. So, what I advise to everybody who is just lost in the motherfucking sauce of the 9 to 5 of the work of this life, I advise you to take a 6-month hiatus, take a 6-month break, baby, and get your motherfucking self straight. Go inside, do some shadow work, sit the fuck down, meditate, do deep breathing, read, and figure the fuck out what you were sent here to do. Because I guarantee you, baby, it was not to work for somebody else. And I'll say something else that hit my spirit. Dude said, your career is not stopping white supremacy. Your job is not stopping white supremacy, baby. We have to unlearn everything we have learned here because it's not serving us. And we have to go inward. Go tap into the Akashic fucking records. We know it all, but we don't even know our motherfucking selves. So where do you start? Start by learning yourself. Know thyself. Okay? Until next time, family. Love y'all. Peace and power.